You ever feel like you're just constantly fighting with your automated tests? You write them, they break, you fix them, and the whole cycle just repeats itself. Well, today, we are going to break that cycle for good. We're diving deep into generic test automation frameworks, basically a blueprint for building tests that are robust, scalable, and, get this, actually easy to maintain. Let's jump right in. So here's our game plan. We'll start by getting lost in what I call the test automation maze. Then we'll find our way out with the solution, the framework itself. After that, we'll look at the blueprint, check out its anatomy, see how it all clicks together, and finally, talk about the big payoff, why all this effort is so worth it. All right, first things first, let's talk about the problem. I'm willing to bet this is a problem a lot of you know all too well. I mean, does this hit close to home or what? You've got this whole suite of automated tests, but it feels like if a developer just looks at the UI, half your tests break. Your scripts are this tangled web of business rules and weird UI selectors. And trying to onboard a new person? Forget about it. It's like handing them a Rubik's Cube in the dark. It's a super frustrating way to work. But here's the good news. You do not have to be stuck there. There is a much smarter, way more structured approach to all of this. And it's about time we all started using it. And that, right there, brings us to the core of this whole explainer, the test automation framework. So what in the world is it, really? Okay, so at its heart, a framework is way more than just a bunch of code. It's a whole system. You can think of it like a constitution for your test automation. It sets the rules, it gives you the tools, and it creates this common language that everyone on your team can understand. It's really the difference between building a shaky sandcastle and building a skyscraper that's made to last. So why bother putting in the effort? Well, because the payoff is huge. A solid framework means you spend way less time fixing broken tests and way more time actually finding real bugs. It means a new person on your team can get up to speed in days, not weeks. And it means you can grow your test suite from 100 tests to 10,000 without everything just grinding to a halt. All right, so we've covered the what and the why. Now it's time to roll up our sleeves and get into the how. Let's take a look at the blueprint for a really well-designed framework and see how all the different parts are meant to work together. What I love about this is how it shows the separation of concerns in the framework. See, the test script, that's the boss. It knows the business logic and what needs to happen, but it delegates all the grunt work to the page objects. And those page objects might call on some handy utilities for help. Down at the bottom, the core layer is the muscle, doing the heavy lifting of talking to the browser. And the whole time, our reports and logs are like the court stenographers writing down everything that happens. It's just a beautifully designed machine. Okay, so that was the big picture flow. Now let's get really practical and see what this actually looks like on your computer. Let's break down the anatomy of the framework folder by folder. The best way to think about this is like a perfectly organized toolbox. The tests folder, that's where you keep your actual test scripts. The pages folder holds your specialized tools, those page objects that know exactly how to deal with each part of your app. Your core folder is the power source, managing the browser driver itself, and so on and so on. This isn't just about being tidy. It's about knowing exactly where to find the right tool for the job every single time. Okay, now that we have the structure down, let's zoom in on a couple of the most important components and see how they really make this whole framework come to life. Seriously, if you only remember one thing from today, make it this, the page object model. On the left, you've got the before, a complete mess of test logic and UI locators all tangled up. It's a nightmare to maintain. But on the right, you have the beautiful after picture. The test script is like a movie director, and the page class is the actor. The director just says login, and the actor knows exactly which buttons to press and what to type. So when the set changes, like a button gets moved, you only have to update the actor's instructions, not the entire movie script. It's a game changer. Now, beyond the page object model, these are the other key pillars you need. Your configuration file is like your central command center. It lets you run your tests on any browser or any server with just a tiny change. Your utilities are your Swiss Army knife, filled with helpful tools for anything you might need. Your reporting is your intelligence briefing, giving you crystal clear results after every run. And your CI/CD integration, that's your robot army, automatically running all your tests in the background so you can focus on building amazing software. So, we've gone through the blueprint, we've put all the pieces together. What's the end result? Let's talk about the big payoff, your return on this investment of time and thought. This chart, right here, tells the whole story. When you build a solid framework, you're not just making things a little bit better, you are fundamentally changing how you work.
Your maintainability just goes through the roof. Your ability to scale becomes practically limitless, and your team's overall efficiency skyrockets. You're no longer just trying to keep your head above water. You are surfing the automation wave.
It really all boils down to these core ideas. This quote just nails it. Keep your locators tucked away in their own place. Pull your test data out of your test logic. And just always, always write code that is reusable and easy for the next person to read and understand. So, you did it. You built your framework. And that is a huge accomplishment. But here's the real question. It works today, sure, but is it ready for tomorrow? A great framework isn't some static thing you build once. It's a living, breathing system that has to grow and evolve right alongside your application. So as you go on this journey, don't just ask yourself, is it built? Ask, is it built to last? Because the answer to that question is what will define the future of your automation.